What if the most powerful thing you do this week is something that no one ever finds out about? We live in a world obsessed with recognition, social media likes, public applause, visible success. The common belief is simple. If it's not seen, then it doesn't count. But Jesus taught the opposite. He said, when you give to someone in need, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. And Psalm 72 verse 14 tells us, their lives are precious to him, not because anyone noticed, but because God sees. Here's the truth. The things you do when no one's watching shape the person you become when everyone is. Today we're exploring why anonymous kindness builds character, deepens faith, and multiplies influence in ways public acts never can. And I'll give you one invisible good deed you can do this week that will change you from the inside out. Colossians chapter 3 verses 23 and 24 says, work willingly at whatever you do, as though you were working for the Lord rather than for people. Remember that the Lord will give you an inheritance as your reward. God doesn't measure success by applause. He measures it by obedience. When you pick up rubbish that no one saw you drop, when you return the shopping trolley to the trolley park, when you leave an anonymous gift or help without taking credit, you're building integrity. This week, do one good deed anonymously. No photo, no mention, just service. Let God alone see it. Watch how it shapes your heart. If we're honest, many of us are hooked on affirmation. We crave the thank you. We crave the recognition, the praise. But Psalm 72 verses 12 to 14 describes a leader who serves the oppressed, who have no one to defend them. They can't repay. They can't applaud. Sometimes they don't even know who helped. And that's the point. When you give without expecting return, you're free. Free from needing approval. Free to love purely. This week, bless someone who can never repay you. Buy groceries for a struggling neighbour and leave them at the door. Pay for someone's coffee without telling them. Send an encouraging card anonymously. Let go of the need to be thanked and discover the freedom of loving like Jesus. Matthew chapter 6 verse 4 promises, your Father, who sees everything, will reward you. This isn't about earning points. It's about alignment. When your motive is pure, serving God, not seeking praise, God sees, and he often brings unexpected rewards. Not always immediately, not always in the way you expect, but he honours hidden faithfulness. This week, trust that God sees every quiet act of obedience. Don't look for recognition. Don't hint at what you've done. Just serve and let God handle the rest. When you serve anonymously, you begin to notice needs that you used to walk past. The elderly person struggling with bags, the single parent at church who looks exhausted, the colleague eating lunch alone. You start seeing people not as opportunities for recognition, but as precious souls loved by God. This week, ask God who needs to be noticed today, then act without announcing it. Serve quietly, love invisibly, and discover that in the hiddenness, God shapes you into the kind of person who carries real influence. Here's your challenge. The hidden things matter most. What you do when no one's watching, when there's no applause, when you can't take credit, that's where character is formed and faith is deepened. This week, commit to one invisible act of service. Let God alone see it. Trust that he's building something in you that will last far longer than any public recognition ever could. in the secret place, you become the kind of person God can trust with greater influence. Do good. Stay hidden. Let God alone see. And watch how he transforms both you and the world around you.